There's a new Nickelback album called No Fixed Address. I'm not reviewing it. I'm not touching it. I've got a couple reasons why. For one, this is like guerrilla style freaking filming. We're gonna walk and talk. Reason number one, I'm moving. I didn't want to, but things kind of made it where I had to. That's what happens whenever your rent gets raised to the tune of a couple $100. Thanks, new ownership. Bunch of dicks. This isn't personal. This is all about Nickelback. All about Nickelback. See, here's the thing. Here's the rub. Whenever it comes to Nickelback, we all know the jokes. We all know if you listen to a Nickelback song backwards, you get a good song. If you listen to it forwards, you get Nickelback. We know that Nickelback songs and music have sounded the same for years, and people still consume it because, let's face it, whenever you consider pop culture, whenever you consider what people listen to, that's what they want. Musical evolution is something that's actually not for everybody. It's for really the crowd that thinks more about their music than just it's good fun or it's something good to listen to while you're in your car or, maybe in your truck if you happen to be somebody who drives truck for a living. You need something that's, maybe a little simplistic because it keeps you awake because you like the formula. Why am I not touching this album? Flow Rida. That's why I'm not touching this album. That's why. Flow Rida does a song with Nickelback. Now, luckily enough, it's not Pitbull, because if it were Pitbull, there's a good chance that a lot of this stuff that I need to move would not get moved, because it would be destroyed. I would literally destroy it. But that's another story for another day. It's Flow Rida. Why Flow Rida needs to be on a Nickelback song, I don't know, but it signals the end. It signals the true deterioration of modern rock music to the point where a rapper needs to be on it. Now, this has happened before with Limp Bizkit, and Together Now is actually a halfway decent track. Maybe this is too, but guess what? I'm not listening to it. I'm not even giving this album the time of day. And here's the thing. Whenever you just consider by the bare bones Nickelback's music, it ain't a terrible formula. It's not something that's all that complex. It's not something that requires that many brain cells, but it could be worse. This is essentially like what I would be doing if I were reviewing the newest One Direction album, which I'm not going to do because One Direction, your time is fucking finished. You bunch of British little pansy dicks. The only way you would still be anywhere near relevant would be if Harry Styles decided to continue to pursue Taylor Swift, and maybe, just maybe, if that would have happened, I'd have had more to complain about on 1989. I still have a lot to complain about with that disc because, the first 3 listens were a bit, wrong, because that album grew irritating really fast. But Nickelback, it's like a pop formula with a rock band. Those of you who don't like that, it's because you don't want to accept it. It's because you don't want it to be true, even though it is. So I'm not touching this album. I'm not reviewing this album. And for those of you who find this to be wrong and offensive, the fact that I even wasted the time, the breath, the energy that I could be using toward other things to record this video, you just need to understand the reason why I do things like this. It's that way people will stop asking me to do it. And that way a lot of people understand why I don't do it. And also to make it perfectly and honestly clear why some people, why Nickelback fans really do execute, without a shadow of a doubt, exactly how simple-minded music culture is today. It could be a lot worse, let me tell you. It really could. But wow. Nickelback, one of the biggest rock bands on earth. Sounds so wrong. Sounds so wrong. But Nickelback, I certainly hope that you guys sell a lot of No Fixed Address, your new album. I certainly hope that a lot of people consume it and love it. That's the thing. I'm not telling you not to love it. If you're a fan, I'm not telling you that since you like Nickelback, you're a cretin, you're a moron. Okay, maybe I kind of am, but I'm only implying it with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. Most of you probably have a brain cell or two left, and I'm sure tonight's Whiskey A Go-Go campaign that you'll have with perhaps a bottle of Jaeger, some rum, and maybe a couple of painkillers will, maybe do the job that the other brain cells, couldn't do by themselves by listening to this record. I'm not telling you not to enjoy it. I am telling you that I don't. Not a terrible band, not a horrible band, but definitely not for me. Chad Kroeger wrote the same song over and over again, and it's working. You're like the Lil Wayne of rock music. Congratulations, that's not something to aspire for, but what do you care? You're rich. You're banging people that I can only masturbate to. Even if I wanted to. The whole Avril Lavigne thing, yeah, that didn't work out, now did it? She wants a skater boy, alright? She wants a skater boy. Fuck it.